to make sure all the kinks were worked out. So I invited her, Joe, and Colt to do tonight's live stream with us.
He's got a lot to say.
It's still showing pause. Shelton, are we live? You said when I clapped we would go live. Did we go live yet?
Give us milk.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're live. So, any questions for American Gun Chick?
Yeah. So any questions, put them in there. But yeah, we pretty much went over the stuff today, kind of refreshed it, got it squared away, and then on the 22nd we're doing the class. So that'll be really exciting. We're doing a sleepover, all kinds of fun, girly stuff. We even got shirts.
Yep, we got some instructor shirts. They're pink.
Yeah.
Like, lean into the girliness.
Right.
So, Richard and Clancy, Evil Tribble, Christopher Bay, thank y'all. And Grant, Terrell, hello Noel, and ABC. Andy, the 27th of July. I've been meaning to like call and text, and I keep but the 27th of July, we will see you. And Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
Howdy, fuckers.
Yep. Him and Shauna brought their girls up.
Yeah.
And it was so cute watching them play.
Oh.
It was so cute. Android said, "What's up, gun chicks?"
What's up? Just over here, doing some awesome stuff. And if you guys don't know who I am American Gun Chick, but I also have a Honey Badger line. It's a group of women where we train and we're badasses, and it's a program that we started in Texas, the American Honey Badger. This is the logo right here.
Hold on, before you say it started in Texas, where was it born at?
It was born here in Camden. I'm sorry, you're right. It was born here in Camden from James and everyone here at Tactical Response. We got training here and
at the Tactical Instructors class.
Yeah, at the Tactical Instructors class and Fighting Pistol and all that stuff. Use that knowledge to create our own women's training program in Texas. So, yeah, thank you to Tactical Response for that. And now this is the first time we're collaborating together as Tactical Honey Badgers. So
doing a collaboration class.
Yeah.
I was really excited. Like, the shirts were cool. Like, it's got hands with guns and stuff.
Like shaking with guns going that way.
Wholesome pictures. Scott from South Carolina. Yes, please, guys, press the thumbs up button. It does help the channel. So, hello Thomas, FPS. Good to see FPS at NRA this weekend.
FPS Murdoch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And really quickly, we showed Kayla earlier. Check out this logo we came up with for American Honey Badger. Guy designed it. This is for our ladies. If you guys take a look at that logo, see if you can't see what's hidden inside the logo. The idea they came up with is these girls are honey badgers. Tough. Oh, really? Super tough, cute and cuddly from afar, but dangerous. And there's a couple things hidden in the logo. See if you guys can figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So we will we'll be at the NRA show this weekend. My dad's book launch, the book launch for the 4 Pillars of Fighting, is going to be at the Glock booth from on Saturday from 1 to 3. We're going to be doing some giveaways, so y'all come by, say hi to me and Paul, Heather, like a couple of us. Carter asked, when do we get into town for NRA? Heather and Joey left out tonight because they're doing range day. Lewis and I are leaving tomorrow night because both of us have things that we have to get done here first before we leave. So we will be getting into town late tomorrow evening. AC/DC lightning bolt.
There is a lightning bolt in there, but that's not what we're getting at. Want to show it to them
again,
that's
Carol? The first thing that
that's
we
what
said
everybody
too.
sees
A lightning
first.
bolt. Well,
look into the face.
Look closer.
A little bit bigger
use your
than
imagination.
the lightning bolt.
It's like the ink blots.
Don't do this position and tell them to use their imagination.
Use your imagination. Yeah, don't do that. My bad.
What do the Honey Badgers carry? He likes the Shield Plus with optics cut.
Glock 43X. I used to carry the 43, and then I switched to the 43X because I have more rounds. It's a slightly bigger, so more grip.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a little bit more. So,
Yeah, because it is way easier to shoot the bigger guns than it is to shoot the smaller framed guns. Like, it
Exactly.
takes way more strength to control the shield than it does the 19, and that's because the weight of the gun, like, affects how much recoil and stuff there is.
Exactly.
And
and a lot of people, a lot of girls go out and buy those really tiny little pea shooters because they think that it's the opposite. They think, oh, this is small.
so it's
gonna
not
be easy
going
to
to have as
shoot.
much recoil. It shoots the same caliber round as the big guns, though.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Richard Pope, he said, I see a big knife-looking thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
got
if
the
you
K-bar
look-
knife.
The
Right here.
knife, and then this section right here kind of resembles something else. Like, or let me,
Yeah.
like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hello, Evan Dixon. Oh, American Gun Chick. I want to do a Comms for Moms class with you guys.
Comms for moms. Yeah.
So he is the Hero to Zero, or the Zero to Hero radio class that he did here. I got strep and couldn't take it. I was so upset
Yeah.
because everybody talked about what a badass class that was.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
That's
Where do our weaknesses lie?
yeah.
I don't know shit about radios.
Yeah.
I, I know radio etiquette.
Yeah.
Like, you press the button, then you start talking, then you stop talking, then you come off the button. Like, that's as
And you
far
say
as my knowledge
over,
goes.
right?
Over.
Yeah.
Roger.
It's the ham radio
Roger,
stuff.
Roger.
Yeah.
It's the ham radio stuff.
Evan,
Like,
he can give you more details about it. It was just like, this
yeah,
is
James has had a bunch of ham radio stuff in the past, but I saw that class. It was very interesting. It's always fun when those new classes come up, and I saw like all the pictures and stuff. But
That would be interesting because I always like classes that are unique and different.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that's like, pushing the envelope and it's just so different. It's like refreshing. Like some of the Ed Manifestos classes, like where I'm going to kill you with whatever's around me. Those
that's
type
Ed
of classes.
Calderon
Yeah.
we're talking to.
Ed Calderon, yeah. Those types of classes they're interesting. So.
Yep.
He said,
It includes ham, but it's not limited to that.
radio is a force multiplier for chatty women.
Ha ha ha, that's so funny.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, guys, so like we've been doing the honey badger thing that was born here maybe 2 or 3 years ago in the instructor's course. Came up with the name Tree. One of the alumni helped us come up with it. I don't know if Tree's out there watching or whatever. And then it spurned off from there. We got sponsored by Sportsman's Guide to
Spawned.
travel the country. What did I say?
Spermed.
No way.
You said
Welcome to the live feed.
Spermed off of there.
Got spawned. Oops.
Got spawned off. I
Wow.
heard spawned, kind of. Yeah. Spermed, spawned.
Let's roll the tape back.
what did you guys hear? Did he say spermed or spawned?
We're going to go spawned. Spawn from there, and then, we traveled the country with Sportsman's Guide, teaching these girls classes and stuff like that, and Raquel's really grown. I'm the guy from behind the scenes. I don't think I've ever done any videos ever that's produced. We've taken it from day one, having never shot a gun. Many of you guys know because we've done tons of videos with James. And we were doing a bunch of videos, and she didn't really know anything. And then James invited her out, and she took a bunch of classes, 9 days, essentially the trifecta, advanced fighting pistol, way of the pistol, and stuff like that. And it kind of grew from there, and so now we pay it forward with our Honey Badger program, and it's just one of those ways where James' legacy just lives on and on. How incredible he has been able to train people the way that he has, and we can pay it forward. It's just an incredible gift.
To do stuff correctly.
Document.
Put me in 9 days of training in a row, and I've never even taken a class. He's like, yeah. I'm like, why would he do that?
Yeah, because you need it.
Yeah.
Well, like initially, I think like he thought. Well, when we learned from other instructors who were here, like, yeah, we kind of thought you'd come up and just do like 2 days, like other people we've had in the past, and just never come back again. Like the way of, if we go for a whole week, And so when we're real nervous to ask, hey, are we coming for a little bit longer? Because we have to take so many days off to come up anyways.
Yep.
Everybody knows that's come out here and trained. It would be cool if we stayed for a couple extra days. And I think that really impressed your dad to where he's like, holy shit, like this chick is not just coming to make a cute little gun bunny video.
Yeah.
She's coming to learn, like to lock in 9 days.
Yep.
Of course, that's a godsend for us, and we just thought it was super awesome that he did that for us. And yeah, I just think that he took it a little bit different from things he said later on. We'll keep that amongst us, but surprised that we were willing to come out and spend so much time.
Yeah.
And those classes aren't easy classes, you know, like
No. I don't think any of, like, our classes aren't, like, super physically grueling, but when you combine the mental taxation
Right.
with the physical aspects of it, like, they're pretty intense, especially for somebody who hasn't ever done anything like this before.
right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Dean.
Hello,
Conrad.
Dale Woodmansey. Hope you and your wife are doing well. They come down and took an immediate, they took more than one class, but they took immediate action medical with me, so.
Weapons junkie. That's
Dean,
Jody.
is
Yeah.
that Dean Conrad? Is he the one we took a class with the first time?
I think he's got a different last name. I think that's a different Dean.
Because I remember Dean being a badass, like just
Kevin said
shoot
he's
me up.
down in South Carolina visiting family. Loves it here, much nicer than up north. Where are you from again, Kevin? Like what state? I can't keep up with everybody. And hello, Dean. Now, Dean, he took immediate action medical with me too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dean we know, but we're not sure of his last name. But this Dean's been here a lot, but it's probably been a few years. But we followed back and forth. He's in one of the first video. We call it our calling card video. Like the first time when we did that 9 days, and I got back, I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. And I'm editing that video, and as I'm editing the video, watching how much Raquel grew and putting the music in, like I was tearing up while I was editing this video. And I was so excited to send it to James because you don't want to let the guy down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, we sent it to him, and he was, gave us his nod of approval. He's never going to be long-winded on words and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. But he was impressed, and I was like, sweet, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it kept us coming. Because I remember coming in, like, all these people had trained repeatedly. The retention, as many of y'all know, is so great. And seeing these guys that had taken these classes multiple times, thinking, that's just nuts. And then here we sit 7 years later.
Showing up to take them multiple times. yeah.
Absolutely.
Massachusetts.
Ooh, that's far.
She's recovering from knee replacement. I hope that heals very quickly, because that's an uncomfortable surgery to recover
bet.
from. Hello, Christopher Johnson. And Dean said, I Am With Kayla is awesome. If you haven't took it, go take it. Like, I wish that medical sold like Fighting Pistol.
Yeah.
I wish.
Right.
I know that it's not the cool guy stuff, but it's like, it's the legit saving
It's important.
lives.
It's so important.
Like,
Mm-hmm. Not only for like an altercation with a gunfight or something like that, but anything else, a car accident. There's so many uses for it,
So like, I think one of the best sellers of that emergency action medical class is when we
Immediate
came
action
down.
medical.
Sorry,
What do you call it?
emergency action medical,
Oh.
something like that.
Immediate
Jeez,
action.
Joe.
medical.
Get off this live.
When we came down, we took the fight first, right? Which is the force on force class. And so, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, depends on the person. And I did pretty well, I think, on the fight as far as behind the gun aspect, but I failed everything as far as the medical aspect. And so when you're doing the force on force stuff and you learn where all your holes are, man, you feel really inadequate when they're saying, what do you do now? You're shot in the arm, your significant other is dying, and you just got to stand there and watch them bleed out because you don't know what to do. You feel helpless and like a dum-dum. So it really accentuates how important that class is, That to me, like, sold it. I was like, dude, we got to pay mad attention. I mean, it was the same thing with the firearm stuff, too.
Yeah.
But, like, you definitely knew how lacking you were when you didn't have the medical aspect.
So people look at Fighting Pistol and, like, and even I say, like, we've only had, like, between 60 and 70 that have actually had to discharge their firearm in self-defense. But nobody ever really calls and says, hey, I avoided this situation. Although,
Yeah.
we got to tell them about today.
Yeah.
No, but nobody ever really calls and says, I avoided this situation. Thanks. Because you don't it's not this life-altering moment when you avoid something.
Mm-hmm.
But we have that many people every year calling with stories about what they learned in that class saved somebody.
Right. Absolutely.
You want to tell them the story about?
So we were running through the Magnums and Mascara curriculum, and we each have our own little parts that we're doing, and we're critiquing each other, doing all the stuff. And my sister had walked back to her desk. Burkell was up with the red gun doing manipulations, and I'm sitting there looking at Burkell. We have Brian here. He was outside with the students, and students in and out. So I didn't even really turn around when the door opened because they've been coming in and out, and I was focused on her. And like Brian sees the guy come in, and he watches him, and the dude looks at us. He's a shady looking dude, gets wide-eyed, and then immediately exits the store and kind of takes off, like hustling a little bit. And one of the students was like, he was saying, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit," when he was running away. So we think we might have accidentally deterred a robbery today.
He might have been coming from plumbing parts, and he's like, "Oh, this is not a
the
good
victim
plumbing
selection process was not a smooth one." Are y'all both gonna be at NRA, Dale, or is it just gonna be you with her recovering with that knee? What did Shelton?
Scott from South Carolina said, "I moved here from Maryland to South Carolina. Good choice, sir. Good choice."
Yep.
Maryland's, sorry.
Thank you, Scott. He said, "Good evening from Martinsville Speedway, you wild and wonderful ruffians."
Oh, I thought it said muffins. Need some glasses.
Well, these lights don't make it any easier to like
Yeah.
see and focus because they're all shining in our eyes. But yeah, it was a good time. Like, we had a good laugh talking about how we
Yeah.
might have accidentally deterred her. I was like, that's
I
the
didn't
story
even-
we're going with.
I didn't even realize, like, Brian came in, he's like, "Who was that guy?" I'm like, "What guy?" He's like, "There was a guy just in here." And I was like, "Oh, the guy in the black shirt?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." When he was leaving, he was like, shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
We-
But he probably saw my gun.
Alex is texting.
No, like we got a lot of alumni. Is there anybody out there that's like never been here before? Do you guys have any questions? That's never been to tactical response or one of the classes?
Everyone's like, "Oh, everyone's been here."
Yeah. So, Christopher, you've been home for a week or two now. Time has completely just lost its relevance to me.
Yeah.
At this point, I've been pulling really long days for a while now. How you feeling about fighting pistol and the stuff that you learned that weekend?
Quick. Come on, buddy.
So, are you? Have you guys decided, like, NRA, not NRA, whatever? You haven't
What's the
decided
plans,
yet?
Joe? I don't know.
Yeah,
He
yet.
Joe's the one that drives the car, so I just get in the car. We're just trying to decide if it's like, should we do it? I mean, because obviously you got to get a hotel, all these things. I'm like, is it smart to go do that, or just because we kind of want to go see Joe's mom. We just had a baby a year ago. She kind of wants to see the baby, all that
Yep.
stuff. So,
You bring his baby.
Rosie said she's been counting down until next weekend. She's the one that's doing some of the catering and
Oh,
snacks.
yeah.
for us.
Rosie.
Yeah.
she makes
gave
the
us a bunch
keto
of
stuff.
snacks.
Yes.
Take home.
Yes.
She makes all the keto stuff.
She does. Rosie, I need to get with you Wednesday of next week to like really go over the numbers of how many people we're going to have and get the snacks and stuff down. Amanda's going to be here. Belinda's going to be here. So you're going to get to, if you're in the class, you're going to get to decide between like a facial or a mini massage.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Especially after the rain, just lay down and get a facial or massage.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, and something else that just got thrown in, when I went and booked our cabin at Birdsong, like they begged us to do a pearl tour for everybody. So they're going to do a pearl tour on the house because Benton County, Tennessee is like home of the freshwater pearls.
really?
Like people make their living here diving for that stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
yeah,
That's cool.
So they've got a whole museum and everything like that. Chris said it changed his life. I'm trying to make everyone I know take it. My wife has agreed to take all 3 classes in Trifecta. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, families that train together stay together.
Exactly. Because you are responsible for yourself. You know, if something happens to you, she needs to be able to handle it herself, your kids. That's a big thing too, is as a mother, I don't know if you guys have kids, the people watching right now, but as a mom, you are responsible for protecting your kids. If you can't do that, I hate to say it, but you're kind of lacking.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's, and then I was telling Brickell, like, there's a lot, like, it's something you should consider when choosing your life partner.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want somebody who has completely different opinions on what this stuff means.
Right.
If it's going to cause some tension.
Like, you can't be super pro-gun, and then your wife is like, oh, no guns in the house ever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, okay.
Like, opposites attract in the sense that, like, personality styles.
Right.
Not core beliefs.
Yeah, if it's like, oh, I like to eat Chinese and she likes to eat Italian food,
Yeah.
that's not a big deal, but firearms.
Zach but said, was just there for Fighting Pistol. Can't wait to come back. Hope you really enjoyed it. Kevin said he's thinking about making the jump. Parents near Georgetown and some family by Charleston.
Joe, we can rotate if you want to come. Usually he's quiet, so I thought you'd be good.
It's totally fun. Dale said it's just him. Alrighty. So anything in particular you guys want us to talk about, go over? You got 2 ladies here who can give tips for wives and daughters,
Yeah.
or if you have gun questions, we can ask the functions, or we answer the function stuff, like not the like armor style questions,
Right.
but like
Yeah.
how to fix things.
Exactly. I get a lot of questions about, like, you know, how do I get my wife shooting, this and that, so if you guys have those questions.
Pew Pew Chicago said there's a 3 pro-gun women in Illinois. I can't find them. I don't know. I don't go to Illinois. It's not a very
Yeah, me
friendly state towards my kind.
And it's cold. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get with you after for next Wednesday.
Yeah, so, yeah, NRA show this weekend. Next weekend, Mag Dumps and Mascara.
So excited about that.
Yeah, it's sorry, there's a screaming baby in the back. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And the class sold out, and we even had to turn people away. So
Yeah,
if you didn't get an opportunity to sign up, there may be a next time. So just
Scott from South Carolina, thoughts on belly band holsters. The actual belly bands themselves, I haven't used one, but if you're looking at that style of holster, the Enigma, look into that. Heather's been using it. Lewis has been using it. Brian has one. Like,
it looks amazing.
It is that style, except it has legitimate Codex. That was my biggest issue with, like, the Can.
Yeah, I agree.
The belly band, the Smart Carry, is I want a Codex holster around at least the trigger guard.
Exactly.
At least the trigger guard. So I would do the Enigma.
Yeah, Heather showed it to me today, and I was like, I need that. That looks amazing, because you can wear so many things.
Yep, you can wear it
Sweatpants,
with a
everything.
dress. You can wear it with leggings. You can wear it with pants.
Yeah.
You can wear it with swim trunks.
Yeah, swim trunks, yeah.
And then she said when she, her and Lewis both said that when they're running, the gun doesn't move.
And that's a big thing, too. Because even with an ulti clip, sometimes it still can move, you know?
Yep.
So...
Do you have any advice for storing magazines, gear in a sane, organized way? I have a large pile currently. This is going to sound like a bougie answer, and I apologize in advance for that. But I store everything that I have at my house. I store all of my mags in chest rigs. And I know that not everybody has enough chest rigs to match up to their number of mags. But each gun I have has its own little kit I have.
You're ready to go. You just throw it on.
So I've got a chest rig that's full of my AK mags. I've got a chest, and it has its own like med kit and stuff on it. Then for my AR mags, those are the only 2 guns that I really do a whole lot with that I have the chest rig for. But if you get some of the metal shelving like we have here at the shop, and you can find like a back wall or something to put it on, and you stack them, it does look really pretty. I load, like, I don't have empty magazines. They give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, they're pointless. It's just a paperweight, you know?
So load your mags, set them, and then just stack them up all nice and pretty.
Or you can just have them taped under desks and under sinks and just all over the place, you know? Why not?
Now, I will say for the rescue squad, we have duffel bags that we're supposed to store all of our gear in. And it worked like Grant Tilley was saying, he's got some SOE bags. And I actually, mine are just sitting in the bottom of the closet. But I would prefer to get a bag like that and have it each thing set up. That way I can have the like extra mags that don't fit in the chest rig and everything, so I can just grab the bag and go if I need to get out of the house quickly.
Let's see. Edward said his son bought the 4 Pillars of Fighting for his birthday, and he's halfway through.
That is awesome. Yeah, his son bought him the 4 Pillars of Fighting for his birthday, and he's about halfway through it. I really hope that everyone enjoys the book. My dad had been working on it for years. And he called Paul Markle and asked him, like, hey, if I don't get this done, can you finish it up for me? Like, you, Drew, Pruz, and Kayla, like, worked together. And, like, we were, him and Drew were talking a lot, figuring out pretty much the order. Because my dad had the most ADD brain ever. So Paul had to go through there and sort through it. And it, like, that was a lot of work. And we just hope that y'all think that it's as awesome as we do.
It is awesome. Even the cover, like, when I saw it, and when
Zane did that.
Yeah, when you see it online, but then when you get it in person, you're like, it feels smooth. And then it just looks so cool. Like, it's so unique. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is... And then it's really... I love all the quote... Well, I don't want to give anything away, but...
Yeah.
All the stuff on the inside, the first couple pages, I'm like, brilliant. Mm-hmm. So...
Hello tonight. Hope all is well. Great job on the competition show.
Oh, the Surviving Man. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. She... what channel? Like Tom's, stuff like
that? It's on AmericanStories.tv.
Okay.
And then it's going to be on the Pursuit channel in fall. So it'll be on TV. So, yeah. But they release a new episode like every 2 weeks. There's only 1 episode up right now, so just keep checking, you know.
Scott said Andrea has tried on-body carry once and she didn't care for it. She'll carry in a dedicated pocket in her purse when I'm not home, but I carry her gun on my ankle when we're out together. You have to find a holster that works for you if you're going to carry on body. And then at some point, sometimes, like, I want to try the Enigma with a shirt between me and the Enigma and see if that works any better. But I was overheating wearing 2 shirts, but I've lost a lot of weight since then. So we'll try it again. But once I got COVID, carrying on body for me was nearly impossible because of the sweat touching me and staying on me, causing skin breakdown. Empty mags cause low testosterone.
Yep.
Yeah. And Grant said, I agree about empty mags. Mags are for feeding ammo to guns. If they aren't loaded, they can't do that, so they're pretty much useless. And the book is amazing. I swear I can hear James's voice when I read it. So many people have said that, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Question. And for you guys, too. Do you have an inner monologue? Like, do you have a voice in your head that you can actually hear?
What do you mean?
Like, do you remember the show Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah. Oh, and
You know how she had the voice currently, like, constantly running through her head?
Yeah.
I thought that was just on TV. There are people that actually have that.
I do to an extent. Maybe not like that, but kind of. Yeah.
I don't. What about you guys? Do y'all have an inner monologue?
I didn't know that there was a word for it.
Yep. Reading it for the second time, Dale said, The Four Pillars is a fantastic read. Four Pillars of Fighting will be known as one of the greatest works of warrior literature ever written. Holy crap, Gavin. That is such an incredible compliment. I really like the book. One of my favorite lines was about special police hearing. Yeah. That is probably my favorite line, too. Like, one of my favorite stories to hear him tell in person, for sure. Like, that was one of my favorites. Excellent work on the book. I hear if all of your mags are full, your dad will automatically be proud of you. I know mine will. Hello, Empty. The AGC holster is awesome. My wife carries her 43X in it.
Nice.
Great.
Is it pink?
So Christopher Johnson has one. Willie Everett has one. Evil Tribble has one. Thomas Moreland has one. I hear myself talking to myself and not audible. That's how I am, Steven. Like, it is an abstract thought. I can have full conversations with my head, but there's never any audible noise with it. And I can remember, like, the way that my dad's voice sounded, but I don't actually hear it.
Oh,
I
see
think
what you're
of
saying.
the memory, not, like, it's not like he's sitting next to me.
Right.
But
I
I
don't
can
really
pick,
have that
like,
either.
I can, like, abstractly hear him saying it. It's
Yeah.
weird, but there's not any sound. Yeah, Austin's, wait, y'all don't? Uh-huh. Carter, 100% has an inner monologue. Pew Pew Chicago. Wait. Like, this is... Yeah, Shelton said, oh, Lord, we've been over this. I think you're the weird one on this, Kayla.
Yeah, I hear it as my own voice.
I don't.
You know?
I don't hear a voice at all.
But, I mean, do you don't have thoughts rambling
I
in your
have
head?
thoughts, but not monologue thoughts. Grant said, I don't have that. I talk to myself, but nothing like a narrator. Yeah, that's what it's like, somebody narrating your life in your head. And most people do hear their own voice, but they can also hear other people's.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't have that. David said, I do hear voices sometimes.
Thank you for the donation, David. We sincerely appreciate it. Ed Saleo, I'm signed up for Immediate Action Medical. Anything I should do to prepare? What do you think?
For medical,
Take fighting pistol first. If
Yeah.
you can, like, take fighting pistol first. And I think you've already done that.
and then after you take medical, take force on force. The fight. Sorry, I don't know why I called it force on force. Take the fight.
So, Rosie said, I'm sporting the nacho from Galco. Evil Tribble, you don't hear it with your ears. No, but, like, it's not like I can even register it as something that I'm hearing. It is just it's almost like computer code, like abstract, and I just I process it.
I think this is way too deep for me. I don't know.
Empty. I put some more money on my layaway last week, getting a bit closer. That's awesome. And oh yes, I talk to myself in my head. Thomas, holy shit! If I'm reading a lot, my inner monologues will also appear in text.
Yeah.
That's a superpower. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
I've
you
never had
guys
that.
realize how cool that is. I'm so jealous. Like, I thought Lizzie McGuire had a superpower.
What does he mean text? Like he sees words?
Yeah,
pop
he
up?
sees the words in his head.
Oh, that's...
I struggle to see pictures in my head. Like, it's almost like flashes that, you know, those, the things where if you look directly at them, you can't see them. That's what the pictures I see in my head are like.
Really?
Yeah, like, I can remember abstractly, but when I actually, like, see it in my head, it's a flash, and it's gone in a split second. And then I have to pull. It's super weird. It's okay to talk to yourself, but don't answer back. Then you look crazy. Don't answer
Yep.
back out loud.
Out loud, yeah.
Immediate Action Medical is a great class. Tourniquets work. Yes, they do. When I'm around others and I see them with their face in their phone, I hear James and Tim's voices saying, keep your fucking head up. Yeah. Scott from South Carolina. Any spirit appearances from James? One time my dad said, watch out when a car was turning in front of me, although he had passed away. Okay. So, back a couple years ago, like when the whole Epstein thing happened, my husband, he's going to kill me for putting this out there.
Your husband is?
Yeah. Alex, he's going to hate me. So, Alex, if you're watching this, like, turn off the
Hopefully
live
he's not.
stream. So, but my husband's like, what the hell are all these Epstein memes about? Well, then I told my dad, and it became a running joke. He was constantly, like, texting him Epstein memes. We got him a air freshener for the car that said, just like Epstein, I didn't hang myself. Like, it was an ongoing joke. Since my dad died, nothing about Epstein has been talked about. We haven't sent any memes, like nothing. My husband opened up his phone the other day and had a notification from Amazon with Epstein air fresheners that said, just like Epstein, I
Really?
didn't hang myself. And I started bawling. Like, that, I felt like that was a spirit appearance.
Yeah, because it's so random. 'Cause
Yeah.
he wasn't looking up stuff like that, was he? That's
Nope.
crazy.
He said he has built-in subtitles. I zone out so much with some books, I feel like I'm watching a movie. Max asks, Kayla, when you read a book, do you hear different voices for all the characters? No, I don't hear voices at all. It is so abstract that, like, people all the time ask me, like, did it bother you when this character was casted? Like, didn't you picture them different in your head? I don't get a clear face for any character in a book. The
Yeah.
only time it's bothered me is if, like, they gave descriptors, like this blonde-haired, blue-eyed beauty, and then they put a brown-haired, brown-eyed girl for the role. Like, that kind of stuff bothered me, but I don't see the whole thing in my head, and I don't hear it
Yeah.
either. Ask people who speak multiple languages what language they think in. I have, and it's almost always their primary language, the first one that they learned.
Right. Because, like, I can't picture thinking in Spanish. How would that even work? I don't even know.
Do you speak Spanish?
No. So that's what I'm saying.
But if
Maybe that went over my head. I don't
if
know.
somebody speaks Spanish and English, which language do they think in?
Probably whichever they're more
Yeah, their primary language.
Yeah.
Yep. It comes from being a quiet kid and reading all the time.
Mike said, okay, yeah, you're the weird one.
Empty. This week it has been talking to myself about whether to throttle my daughter's boyfriend or let it be. Unless he is being disrespectful or abusive, let it be. Just let it be. When I'm thinking fast, the inner monologue has to shut the fuck up because it talks too slow. See, I don't even have the thing that's like, hey, you shouldn't say this thing. Like,
You don't?
No, like.
Do you ever get intrusive thoughts? Like,
Fuck yeah.
okay, this is
Oh
gonna
God,
sound,
yes.
This is gonna sound weird, but like thoughts where maybe you're in
You're
line.
driving down the road and it's like, hey, I should hit that tree, but you have to talk yourself out of it.
Well, kind of, but maybe not like that. But
that's
yeah.
normal. That's
I don't
normal,
know,
right?
Well, maybe more like you're standing in line, and then like, man, if I just like yelled "fuck you" to everyone in here right now, this place would go crazy. But then you don't do it because you don't do it, but
Yeah.
you're like, and maybe crashing your car a little bit too.
Yeah. Scott said, Kayla, I went through my old vehicle med bag. All of the contents were still sealed, but the Celox expired in 2014. Would you delegate the contents to training, or would you keep on keeping on? Do not expect them to work like Celox impregnated gauze. But if it is the gauze, like if it's not the gauze, training. If it is the gauze, now you just got some really expensive, like, normal gauze to use. So I would keep on keeping on with them. I am the weird one. Grant said, I'm shocked that this many people hear voices. I guess I should have expected it with this group. Then Chris said, I watched a girl at a bus stop on her phone and 2 homeless guys took multiple target glances at her. I wanted to say, get off your phone. Yeah.
You should have.
SOE bags for your stuff. Velcro is your friend. Steven said, I can't picture stuff in my head. Hard enough to picture someone I know most of the time. Same way, Steven. Same wavelength. I always pictured James Reese as Sterling Archer.
Who's Sterling Archer?
He is a super spy with ISIS, not the terrorist organization, but
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking.
it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon?
It's an adult cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. If you can hear yourself think, you might have an inner monologue. Yeah. Well, she is 16 and now pregnant.
Yeah, you
Then you have to let it go. Unless he's being abusive or disrespectful, you have to let it go because he's going to be in your life for the next 18 years, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Yep. Hello, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
What was your favorite class that you have taken, and what class did you have the most fun while taking? So we'll each answer that one.
Oh, man. Well, if I say my favorite class, then that's like crapping on all the other classes.
No, not your favorite. What's...
You know what? Now that Brian's here in the chat, I'm going to go with his night class. His night class was really cool. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend and I'm trying to be nice, but it was like super detailed. Like to the point in the classroom, he went over everything, had video examples, all that stuff. And it was at night, so it was so unique and different. Like I said, I like unique, different classes. So it was just a lot of fun. I like that class. I mean, every class I've taken here, of course.
Right.
But just the fact that his class is so different and fun.
What class did you have the most fun while taking? Same one?
Yeah, probably that one. That one was fun.
So my favorite class that I've taken, I'm going to base it off of how much I got out of it. And it's going to be a weird one, shocking to most, but the instructor class. It helped me get over hurdles. It helped me recognize and understand adult learning concepts. And it actually changed the way that I handled public speaking entirely. So that's probably my favorite class and the one that I've grown the most from. The most fun class, and it also ties for my favorite class because I was placed as a team leader, so I learned a shit ton that week. Had to like girls don't have huge egos, but even I was just like, okay, I've got to like let all that stuff go. But that class, like learning how to take the fight to somebody, is a blast. So the HRCC Direct Action is probably my favorite fun class. And I learned a shit ton of stuff too. I can mess motherfuckers up. But that's probably my favorite class. And yes, of course, John Lovell is still wrong.
Yeah. I saw that. Is he wrong? He's wrong.
No, we love John, but yeah, he's wrong.
Prior to that Brian class, though, what was your favorite TAC response class?
Oh, tactical response class? Oh, fighting shotgun with Tim Morris specifically.
Yeah, fighting. That's a lot of people's favorites. I haven't taken it yet. I've gotten sick.
You should. That one.
I've gotten sick the last 2 times I've signed up. It's like signing up for that class causes me to get sick. It's happening.
You get the Timitis.
Yeah. Archer is the best. He's the sole reason I want a whole other PPK and 32 ACP. But Dr. House said to get something else that would be more reliable. It is like when I'm not cartooned out by my kids, which I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't cartooned out by my kids. I really enjoy watching Archer. But at some point, you just get tired of animated TV.
Coco Melon, so annoying.
I hate Coco Melon. My
He's been
kid
quiet
loves
for
it.
20 minutes. I bring him back in here.
He wants to talk. He's got a lot
He
to
loves
say.
seeing himself on the camera.
Show him in
We'll
the
try him
camera.
again. This is Baby American Gun Chick.
This is little baby Colt.
Again, I'm Joe. I'm the guy behind the scenes
gonna
for
be
American Gun Chick.
He's going to be the most trained adult ever because we're going to start him when he walks. So, a couple
Like
more
Caleb.
months.
Damn, I was hoping for the green light to throttle. I don't understand. Oh, Okay, no, I got you now. The guy who was talking about the throttling his daughter's boyfriend, like, so, and this is way TMI for the internet, like, but people used to ask my dad, like, what are you gonna do when she brings home her first boyfriend? And he was like, I don't have some like weird relationship with my daughter, so I hope that one day she becomes a responsible, respectful, and intelligent woman that does get to enjoy adult things like sex. He says, so, like, boyfriend number 1, I'm going to shake his hand, tell him to treat my daughter right. Boyfriend number 100, I'm going to kill that motherfucker. So, like, I know it sucks. Especially if you don't like them. But 16-year-old dudes have plenty of room to grow. Be a positive role model in his life. The more often he is at your house, the less often he's somewhere else, like, screwing shit up. So be a positive role model in his life and model for him how you want him to treat your daughter. And you should have been modeling for her this whole time what she should expect from him.
And be there for your daughter, even if you're mad at her, because I know she's 16, all that. Yeah. But having a baby and motherhood is hard. Yeah. So you need somebody.
Yeah, you need support.
I know from experience.
Scott said, I used so much of what I learned in the instructor class when I was teaching the CDL class at the community college. So much of it. Yeah. Richard Pope said, Kayla, that's just your immune system taking preemptive action.
I was reading that and I was trying not to laugh so hard before you got to that one. Talking about Tim.
Yeah. Casey Loftus, you are almost an hour late, 50 minutes. I ain't had 99 boyfriends. Evil Triple just inadvertently called me a hoe.
If your daughter brings home 100 boyfriends, you need to start looking inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you caused those daddy issues.
Look inside. This is a you deal.
Yeah, I'll do what I can, but unfortunately she lives with her mom. If you are able, you can let her know, like, she will have support at your house.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know the situation, if you want to email me, KAYLLIND@gmail.com if you want some more advice on it. My children are not teenagers yet, but I can give you the advice that my parents used to raise me. And I did things in the traditional order, like got married, then I had kids, like my husband and I own our home. Like, that. I feel like I turned out all right. Like, I wouldn't be mad if my kids turned out like me. I want them to do better, but I wouldn't be mad or upset if my kids turned out like me. So, most of being a good father is being a good role model. That's why I suck at it.
Well, we all suck at being role models, I think. You know?
Tom.
Nobody's perfect.
No, Tom just likes to instigate.
Oh.
That's the model he's setting for his kid, is like instigate. It doesn't take much for that boyfriend to look at you as a man to emulate and earn respect from. It's so true. Like, I was joking around with them last night. My husband and I have been, we started dating in high school. So he met my dad back in 2005. That is 17 years of getting to see the kind of man that my dad was. And I swear, it's like I married my dad.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
It's so many similar personality traits. They carry themselves the same way. Like, they have the same sense of humor. I can't think about it and focus on it, or I'm just like, oh, don't come near me. And
both assholes a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but for real though. Raquel, thank you so much for such thoughtful words. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just speaking the truth.
Yeah. Empty said, yep, my wife and I have let her know to the best of our ability. I'll shoot an email. Aw, thanks, Tom. I just called him an Instagram. He's like, anybody would be happy to have a daughter like Kayla. Always staying dangerous. Casey, I don't have raising kids figured out, but if you have integrity with your family, things head in the right way. I would take your kids any day of the week. They are very respectful. Like Casey Loftus has some of the best kids I've ever met. And I get it that kids act different around people.
Yeah.
But he has some of the best kids I've ever met. Ever. Imagine dating a girl and meeting her father and it's James fucking Yeager. So I'll tell the story.
I was gonna ask, did he know?
About what happened. Well, this was before, like, this was 2005. My dad didn't go full-time tactical response until, like, he was still policing. So
Yeah.
he wasn't, like, as popular and well-known. Like, we had people coming around. The first boy I ever brought home, I was, like, in 12, and he was walking me home from trick-or-treating because we were friends. Like, there was no romantic interest there. But he walked into the house with me, and there was a bunch of Navy SEALs sitting on the couch, and they all, like, surround this 12-year-old kid, and they're like, "What are your intentions with James Yeager's daughter?" And he's like, to keep her safe walking home.
He's like, I'm never coming back there.
Yeah, he never came back to my house ever again. That was the last time he ever walked me home. Ever. And we were, like, just friends. But when my now husband met my dad for the first time, I had been prepping him. I was like, hey, he asked everybody for a joke. He always asks people for a joke. Okay? Have a joke ready. That is his moral judgment of
Better
somebody.
be a good joke, right?
Yeah. Moral, that's how he judges people. So my husband's like, okay, so he's got this prepped and ready. And my dad was working that night. So I'm hanging out at my mom's house. It's me, my mom, and my boyfriend at the time. And he was growing his hair out to donate it to, like, Wigs for Kids. So I was like, ooh, let me straighten your hair, because I'm a girl, you know. And so I'm in the middle of straightening his hair, because he was doing it because he loved me.
Yeah.
Not because he wanted me to straighten his hair. Like, he did it because he loved me. Or wanted something, you know.
Trying to make you happy.
Yeah, trying to make me happy. So I'm straightening his hair, and my dad walks in the door, and he had just come off of a SWAT raid. It was not intentional. I swear it wasn't intentional. So, but he walks in, like, fully kitted up. Fully kitted up. And Alex, like, kind of swats my hand, like, no, stop doing that. This looks like I'm letting you do girl things to me. And stands up to walk over to shake my dad's hand. And as he shakes my dad's hand, my boyfriend at the time, thinks he's going to say, tell me a joke. But my dad saw his band t-shirt and was like, hey, what's your favorite band? And Alex started, he said I looked like a jackass. Like,
Always
started to come out with a joke, but was like, like, I'm supposed to be telling you a joke. I don't remember bands right now.
Like,
Yeah.
Is this a trick question?
Yep. So, hello, Scott Wexler. Grant Tilley, after I got over being nervous, I'd want to sit around and pick James's brain. Being an a-hole dad towards a boyfriend only makes them sneak around more. Yep. Hey, Rich, I hope you're feeling better. Scott said, I threatened Andrea's boys with dressing them up in camouflage and dropping them off in the middle of the woods if they didn't act right. Yes. Did the internet mess up? I don't know. Did we go out?
Is that what he said?
He asked if the internet messed up.
Yeah, I think it froze because I've been back there and it froze up.
Guys, if you can't see it, or if you can see us, let us know.
Uh-oh.
It's 7:56. We can wrap it up as soon as
If it comes back.
it comes back. Did the internet mess up?
Oh, it's back live.
Did we go out? Back live,
Yeah,
or is it still
it's back
catching
live.
up?
It's back. It's live.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't say nothing stupid.
Damn it, Shelton. This is what I get for letting Shelton work from home.
Yeah. He's getting a pay cut.
It did a bit. So, I hope. Great. Any last minute questions? We got 3 minutes.
Now or never.
So, yep. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if you'll be here next week on Wednesday.
I don't know, because what are we doing?
Probably going to NRA show. Probably.
I see you. Oh. I was thinking intensive care unit. Black van wanted to shut off the parenting advice. Yeah. When me and Adam Healy were doing our podcast, when we were recording it the other day, he was like, for my NSA agent. like we both probably got our own agents. Yes, I'm so looking forward to seeing everybody at NRA show this weekend. We don't have a booth. We're going to be walking around the show. It's going to be Heather, Joey, Lewis, and I. But Saturday from 1 to 3, stop by the Glock booth. We are having a book launch for the 4 Pillars of Fighting. And we are doing some giveaways if you buy a book. So, what booth number? The Glock booth. I have no idea yet.
It'll be one of the biggest booths
Yeah.
there. Like, you won't miss it. So
Yeah, I'm hoping that I don't have trouble finding it. So, the Glock booth on Saturday.
that's one of those deals where James like, if you can't find the Glock booth, you're too fucking
Yeah.
stupid to read my book in the first place. Because it's going to be one of the
Yeah.
2 biggest ones there.
The NSA saw that we were talking about Epstein. That might have done it.
Uh-oh.
Like,
We actually got cut off by mentioning a name that, like, I won't even mention now, but a kid that got persecuted.
hold on.
And-
So that'll be the last thing we say on the live stream.
To see if it happens.
See if
but
it happens.
Can I just scream the name? And say,
It was because the manner in which we were talking about him, too. Because we met him, like, his girlfriend follows Brickell.
I know
His
who you're
YouTube
talking
channel.
about. Yep.
Because we were there at the same time, pretty much.
It rhymes
And-
with Schmittenhouse.
yeah.
yeah.
So we started talking good about him, and like,
Yeah.
like 3 to 5 minutes in, boom, we were out.
Yep.
Rhymes with kitten house.
Alrighty, guys. We have seriously enjoyed y'all. The inner monologue talk was fun. We found out that there are a bunch of psychopaths out there that hear voices in their head.
Let me do one more gear related deal, right?
Okay. One more
And
thing.
this is always like the nervous thing that you get when you leave like gear stuff on the tactical response page. You get nervous because you always hear James in your head like, you idiot, right? But I got backed by a ton of people. We obviously train a ton of women. If y'all are out there, stop buying the fucking easy guns. The little 380 EZs and all that stuff. They got the back strap that never engages. We had those
Okay.
things malfunction so much. And guys buy those for their wives because they can't rack the slide. That's an instructor's problem. Like, we've had 11-year-old girls take our class up to 80-year-old women with arthritis. If they can't rack the slide, then your instructor's shitty, right? Don't buy those easy guns because they fuck up like crazy. Bad.
Yeah.
And what do you want? You want something that runs when you need it.
Yep.
Like, just leave it
Yeah.
at that.
They got recalled at one point, and then they brought it back, and now they're...
Ask the other instructors. We've taught tons of women, so we see them in our classes nonstop. And it's not coming just because I've read an article or some shit like that. Like, why James is so intelligent is because he saw so many guns come through. It's from experience. It's not from, reading an article or seeing a post somewhere.
Can I say the name now?
Yeah.
Real quick plugs. American Gun Chick. Go follow her on YouTube.
Yep, she has her
Yep.
YouTube page. Go follow her. Check out the Disney Princess video that was recorded here at Tactical Response.
Oh, yeah. you'll
With
see-
James.
Yep. Yeah.
Surprise
He-
guest in there, James.
Yeah. He was in a Disney
You ruined
Princess
the
music
surprise.
video.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he may or may not have been in there. You just got to go find out.
It's
Yep.
still super cool. Like, his part is freaking awesome.
So, good night, guys. This is the way.
This is the way.
This
Kyle
is the way.
Rittenhouse. This is the way.
Kyle Rittenhouse is
Rittenhouse.
the way. Kyle Rittenhouse is a good guy.
That was the name.
Yeah.
Kyle
We're going to
Rittenhouse.
get kicked off now for
Yep.
saying that.